Hello everyone, my name is Suvarna Ravindra Gite from Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur from first year CSE AIDS department. Today I am going to explain Engineering Physics chapter Crystal Structures point GM counter. What is meant by GM counter? Ziegler-Muller counter. GM counter is used for detecting and measuring radiations like alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma rays. Construction of GM counter. It consists of hollow metal cylinder. This hollow metal cylinder acts as cathode. A fine tungsten wire is stretched along the axis of the tube. This fine tungsten wire acts as anode. The fine tungsten wire is connected to positive terminal of high tension battery through a resistance R, and the negative terminal is connected to the metal cylinder. At the end of the tube, a thin window of mica is arranged to allow the entry of radiation into the tube. Construction of GM counter. Here this diagram shows the construction of GM counter. In this diagram, in this construction, tungsten wire is attached through the resistance R and high voltage provided. It consists of hollow metal cylinder tube and mica window. Working of GM counter. In this cylinder 90% argon and 10% ethanol ions are present, and high voltage 1 to 3 kilovolt. Cylinder consists of positive charge and tungsten wire consists of negative charge. Working of GM counter. A high energy charged particles entering through the mica window will cause one or more of the argon atoms to ionize. The electrons and ions of argon thus produced cause other argon atoms to ionize. Thus, result of this one event is sudden, massive electrical discharge that causes a current pulse. The current through R produces a voltage pulse of the order of 10 volt. An electron pulse amplifier accepts the small pulse voltage and amplifies them to 5 to 50 volt. The amplified output is then applied to a counter. As each incoming particle produces a pulse, the number of incoming particles can be counted due to high voltage between anode and cathode. Lagrange effect takes place. Applications and advantages of GM counter. GM counter is used to detect nuclear radiations and charged particles. It is used to measure cosmic ray intensities. Counter setup is light in weight and portable. Disadvantages of GM counter. It has large dead time which limits the counter rate. It cannot detect natural particles, neutrons. It has low efficiency for detecting gamma radiations. This is the VI characteristics of GM counter. Applied voltage versus counting counting rate. In this graph, dead time, plateau, and quenching is present. Dead time. What is meant by dead time? It is the time period for which counter is incapable of detecting any further nuclear particles. The dead time for GM counter is 200 to 400 micro years. Plateau. What is meant by plateau region? The range of applied voltage over which counting rate remains constant is called as plateau, as shown in this graph. Quenching. When free electrons recombine with positive argon ions they form neutral argon atoms. This process leads to emission of photons This results in unwanted pulse. The method of suppressing unwanted pulse generated by photon is called a quenching. Quenching can be achieved by adding ethanol molecules, absorb the generated photons and suppress the unwanted pulse. Here this point is over. Thank you.